At the end of the day, it's all about freedom.
So what are your? I'm curious because what are your? Because you have like an interesting perspective. What are your like? I don't know. Not that labels are kind of silly, but how would you define yourself, like politically, or what are your like views?
I'm deeply skeptical. I've never met, and this is when people say to me, because I am more conservative than most people in New York comedy or L.A. Certainly than in L.A. comedy. I've never met a person. I'm sure that they're out there, but I've never met a person whose happiness and prosperity they have told me was the result of the government. Like I've never met a human being when I was in a nice house or in a backyard or swimming in someone's pool or eating food. I never said, "How did this all happen?" And they said, "Well, there's a program that was administered. It was really good. I was skeptical of it at first, but once I got this $213, now you got to fill out 9 forms to get it, and you got to declare it as income. But once I got it and met the other people who were getting it, it just took off. And I'm sure that I'm oversimplifying it. And this is what the problem with this country is. There's not one nobody in this country will say to themselves, "Man, I fucked up." That no one says. My whole life is choosing the wrong friends, careers. I will tell you from a child, everything I've done has been wrong. The wrong people.
Every decision I've ever made.
All of my close friends sell steroids in Long Island. I mean, what am I going to... You know what I mean? These are the wrong choices.
Well, that's. I mean, there's none of that. And I do like the
Well,
Republicans.
you should be president.
Look, the Republicans are just as bad, but there is something about the Democratic or liberal philosophy that fosters the opposite of that so much. Like Obama will say these things, like he'll be like, we need to raise the minimum wage because if you're on the minimum wage, how are you going to support a family of 3 kids or something like that? And you're like, is that the message to someone who has gotten themselves to the point in life where they are capable of making minimum wage? They are literally you literally cannot command the income of an industrious 14-year-old. That's where you are as an adult, and you're deciding to have 3 kids, and the first thing out of our mouth isn't going like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? We're going, someone should come along and write a rule that says give this guy more, even though he's clearly not worth it.
With the nomination, here's the deal. You better find a way to get connected. That's all. If you want to make money, you better find a way to get connected. Or invent something brilliant, or, march to the beat of your own drum.
You can start a business, man. It's never been a better time just because of the technology we have.
And how big is that business going to get before you better start fucking rubbing elbows and keeping your mouth shut? Because that's what it is, and I hate to dampen everyone's day.
I don't know if I agree. I think there's lots of people who make big successes out of themselves.
Name some of these people that are just independent, walking through the world.
What are you saying?
Name some of these guys.
Go into any good neighborhood, and there's a whole lot of people who made successes for themselves.
No. I know that, Dave. But we're talking about... Yeah, listen. Okay, great. Okay.
So they don't have to be fucking a criminal.
Folks, by all means, open a frozen yogurt shop. I guess that's what we're fucking... I thought we're talking about real fucking money here. I have no idea what we're talking about now. I have no idea what I'm doing here. We're talking about real fucking money.
So you were talking
He's talking about walking to any neighborhood and getting successful because my drunk friend beat his 3rd Dewey and he inherited his father's sports shop.
Okay, not all of them are successful. Some of them inherited it.
I'm talking about, you want a seat at the big game, you better get dirty and get there quickly.